back in the house. All right, I don't have to rush now. Shit.
I just lost everybody.
Yeah, yeah. You know how people is. Once it go off,
It's
people
done.
people roll. They be like, shit. They on to the next slide. They on to the next slide. But I got, the good thing is about this podcast, man. I got other podcasters that come through while we're talking, and we support each other. So
Right.
just like there's a comedian community, there's a podcast community
Right.
that comes in and support, and I really appreciate that, man. But just like I said, man, I was talking about the word auspicious because it's definitely a new word that I seen somebody put out today. I was like, huh. So I looked it up, and I mean, it means favor and future success.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know you and I have had some personal conversations on the phone, man. You've been very open and candid about different things you was going through, because throughout success, we also have our trials and tribulations that we go through, whether it be family life, relationship life, or money, or whatever the case may be. The thing, what I was saying about this pandemic, how do you feel like this pandemic has affected you mentally? And have you created any new things? What do you have coming up
Yep.
next other than your stand-up special that you have? Again, we have comedian Shaun Jones, man. Follow him at Comic Shaun Jones right here on Instagram. All his handles are at Comic Shaun Jones. Facebook, Instagram, the whole night. Follow my brother, because each follower matters to us. You know what I mean? Because we just want to share our stories like we've been doing for the past 20, 30 years. So, just like I said, man, what would you tell your younger Shaun Jones self if you could, speak to yourself as a kid? We got Comicville in the building. Comicville joined, man. Okay,
Yep.
Comicville in the building. This guy doing big things with Comicville. He got the new Comicville TV show coming out. It's gonna be even bigger than Comicville, man. So we got him in the house tonight. What's up, brother? I appreciate everybody joining in, man. Comicville definitely been doing a lot of things in Atlanta. He's influential in the comedy game. You know about Comicville, Shaun?
Yeah, that's my dude, man. I've known him for a long. He's from that. He's from up top, baby. He's from up top. So
Okay. Yeah.
See,
I've been following for a long time.
you ain't know that.
Yeah. See, I
sorry,
know you know every damn body.
Oh yeah, man. I've been blessed, man. I've been meeting some great people in my life that has influenced me to be a better person. But just to go back, and you said, what would I tell the younger me?
Yeah.
I basically, honestly, I would have to tell the younger me, do exactly what you did. And the reason being, if we knew everything, we wouldn't be able to appreciate where we are now. The trials and
Absolutely.
tribulations blocks. I always say you can't build your spiritual muscles unless you have something heavy on your shoulders. So
Correct.
it's
That's
all a
facts.
purpose. It's all a purpose. So yeah, it's like, those times that you thought that you couldn't get out of them, you did. And being that you did, now you have something to reference back to when you might feel something closer later on. So I would tell my younger me what you did. As you get older, you become wiser. Because I always say, what I did in my 20s, I didn't do in my 30s. What I did in my 30s, I didn't do in my 40s. What I did in my 40s, I'm not doing in my 50s. So you grow,
Exactly.
you mature, you get wisdom, you learn if you have an open mind. So everything, no matter how
Right.
devastated it's been, it was for a purpose. So I can't take anything back, man. Honestly, can't take
That's
anything back.
freaking great advice, man. That's great advice, Shaun. I mean, and that's, I really want to shout out to, we lost a good brother in the industry,
Yes,
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
He, amazing.
Yeah.
This guy is definitely somebody that I really wanted to work with, especially after I seen him do Jackie Robinson in the James Brown movie. Do you aspire to ever play anybody?
I don't know
Or
if
do
that's
you
what
think you
is looking
can
for.
play anybody?
I don't know. I probably can play Chris Tucker because we used to look alike so much. Chris was, we don't look nothing. Yeah, I don't know if that's. I would love to take on new challenges, man, and that would be something that would really be a challenge for me to actually place because it's a lot of studying that goes into preparing for that kind of role. But you got to take challenges. That's what life is about: taking challenges. Taking chances. And just going back, you asked me also, have I created? Man, I got a great sister as
Yeah.
well. I have one sibling. My sibling, Kaz, she's a
God bless.
she was a makeup artist on Comic View, and she worked with Tyler Perry and Will Packer and all those guys. But
Hmm.
last year we
What's her
created.
name?
Her name is it's Minnow Beauty. Uh, I can't remember. Minnow Beauty underscore Kaz, I believe it is CAZ. But I'll make sure that post some stuff about it. But you can also check out. We have a Zoom call that takes place every Wednesday, which is called
Okay.
Wisdom Wednesday, and it's a motivational conversation. We don't call it a phone call. We call it a conversation where midweek you start to lose your steam, you ready for the weekend, and it's a phone call to jumpstart your energy back into positive thinking, because the only way that you can change your life is by changing your mindset first. So
Oh shit. That's what
we
I'm talking about, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta. When I hear you say something like that and make a statement, it reminds me of what Ice Cube said. He said, "There's nothing more powerful than a made up mind,"
right, exactly, man. That's so
and that
true. That's what it all
mindset is so.
and the mind is so strong, it can take you either way. But we've been doing this unbelievable. It's unbelievable that May 25th, I believe, of this year celebrated 1 year of doing this Zoom call every single Wednesday, and we still have people
Hmm.
joining. Like this morning we did it. We had new people come on, and we talked about Chadwick,
Thank you,
Boseman.
podcast addiction. Uh huh.
Yes, but it's something that and now with the pandemic, it's something that people need, because they're sitting in the house. Their normal life has been changed forever,
Hmm.
and it's hard to stay encouraged. So we have
Right.
this phone call, this conversation every single Wednesday, and it's so crazy because the way it's set up, we present the word of the week. I give the definition of the word, a synonym pertaining to that word, and I'll give my
Hmm.
monologue on how to incorporate that word in your life. And then we open up the conversation. People want to share scriptures, share their stories, share whatever it is that they want to share, and it's so great, man. And what's so crazy, because when I'm preparing for the show, and these are words that I might be familiar with, but it takes on a new meaning once I'm writing about it, and once I'm focusing. It's just
Right.
amazing what
Right
God
on.
does with that. Like today's word was courage, and it's a word that we all familiar with, but it took on such a different meaning once I got into explaining it and incorporating it with your life and stuff. And
Absolutely.
it's just great, man. So if anybody, Wednesday morning from
So
7
it's
a.m.
mostly inspiration. Tell us how can we connect with that every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, if you go to my page, there's a phone number. It's a Zoom call. So you go to the phone number and you put in your PIN, and it takes you a phone call, which people from all over the country is on there. It's called Wisdom Wednesdays with
Okay, Wisdom Wednesday.
two inspirational siblings. You can go to our Instagram page, two inspirational siblings, um, which is myself and my sister Cass, because it's just the two of us, man. And
I
it's
can't
it's
wait. I got to join in. Are people able to talk with you guys?
yeah, that's what it is. It's a phone conversation. It's
Okay.
a conversation. So once we do the first part. See, the first part, I give the definition. I give the word, the definition. My sister comes along, and she'll give a scripture verse pertaining to that word, give us a short monologue, and then we'll open it up for discussion. And people either talk
Oh,
about
you
the word
froze
and
up.
how they
You froze
incorporate in
up.
their
You
life.
froze up.
Different. We go.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sean, can you hear me? Hey, I want to thank Black Unicorn for joining. Black Unicorn, thank you. Blessing for
Yeah.
everybody joining today. My podcast brothers and sisters. What I got DJ, I got Jess podcasters joining. I got my man Comic Shaun Jones, man. So y'all make sure y'all get him on the podcast, especially if you're doing podcasts for Spotify or Instagram or what have you. You got to have this man in. There you go. You back, man. I'm gonna start calling you Sean Raleigh. Do that sound better? Sean Raleigh. We got Sean Raleigh in the
Man,
house.
I don't know. I'm sitting
What?
still. It's like, why is it going? I'm sitting still. I'm in the hotel. It should not be going out.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I think when you go live, it take up so much Wi-Fi that it has to be really strong and on point. But it's all good. You're somewhere making money. That's what matters. Sure, that's what matters. But again, about the show, if you can reiterate what the show real quick, just to reiterate what the show is about and what time and how to contact how to get in touch with you guys to get online to talk about every subject matter and the word of the day and the whole 9 yards. So just let us know real quick again.
Right. It's called Wisdom Wednesdays. It's two inspirational siblings, myself and my sister. We do it every Wednesday morning, Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. It's only 30 minutes, but a lot of times we go over because we get so caught up in the
Is that
conversation.
Eastern time? That's Eastern time, of course, right?
Yeah, Eastern Time. Yeah, I had to do a couple of 4 o'clock in the mornings when I was on the West Coast. I had to do a couple of 4
Well, you know
o'clock in the
what?
morning.
One good thing, because I mean, I know some people are like, man, I ain't getting up at no damn 7 in the morning, you know. But the fact that a lot of people at home, and a lot of times your mind is clear at 7 in the morning because you're just getting up.
Well, that's
You
the
know what I
best
mean?
time.
So you had rest.
That's the best time. That's when you're most clear in your thinking is the morning time. That's why they say before you read the newspaper, watch the news, read something that's inspiring to get your day started in a positive way. If you get your day started with the news and negative stories and all that kind of stuff, that's what you're setting yourself up as. So,
Right.
and it's a great conversation. Go to my back. It's 646-556. That's the number where you dial into the Zoom call, and then it'll give you it gives you the PIN number. I don't know the PIN number, but go to my page, which
Uh-huh.
is at Comic Shaun Jones, SHAUN Comic Shaun Jones, and I'll make sure I
Just like
post.
my man Comicville said,
Yeah,
it's on your IG and Facebook. So let people know it is in your bio section, right?
right. Yeah, it is in my bio section. You can definitely, and then you can go down my timeline, and you'll be able to see one of the posts that you can find all the information, the phone numbers, and everything. Like I said, it's every Wednesday morning. We've been doing it consistently for a year, and since May 25th was a year when, and on our anniversary we went live video, and we had so many
Oh
people come.
wow.
It was great, man. It's such a blessing. It was sister, pushing us to that point. We have been talking about it. She said, "This is the day we're going to start," and we just think nobody want to listen to us. Nobody wants to hear what we have to say, but how
Hey
wrong.
man, you keep on. The thing about it is, what I learned, especially what I learned about doing my podcast, is this: long as you do it on schedule, and
Right,
regardless whether it's one or two people watching, guess what? Those people gonna tell somebody else. It's word of
right,
mouth. That's gonna tell somebody else. Somebody else
right.
gonna tell somebody else. That's why when I'm doing this podcast, I save it to my Instagram page and to let everybody know. Because afterwards, people come through the page and they watch. So the
Right.
views go up and up and up. Sometimes people ain't got time to watch at that time, but if you keep on doing what you're doing, your audience is going to build up, build up, build up to the point where you got a constant audience every time.
Right. Consistency means most. So, yeah.
Consistency is key. And I mean, that's the main thing, Shaun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it.
But
Yes.
man, I can tell you, man, just like I said from the very beginning of the podcast, even the last interview we had just an hour ago, you could go ahead and watch on that page too. I already saved that. But I just want to let you know, man, I really appreciate what you do. I hope to work with you again, man. I mean,
We,
I know we've been on stage together, but we need to do a movie together. We need to do some TV shows together and
let's
really
do it.
executive produce some stuff, man. Are you writing currently too?
I'm writing. I'm getting back into my writing. I'm trying to write. I wrote some scripts back in the day, and
Keep grinding.
yeah, yeah. Once again, man, I got this new energy because I got new energy around me. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to write stuff, trying to create content. So yeah, this 2020 hasn't been a bad year. Like I said, it's
No.
financially challenging, but other than that, it's been a
Oh yeah.
good year.
I mean,
2020.
the way I. Mhm.
Everybody's talking about 2020 vision, 2020 vision. Well, it is 2020 vision. God wants
Yeah.
you to see things a little bit differently, and he's showing you by all the stuff that he's doing. He's showing you that you need to change the way that you're doing stuff,
Yeah.
and Chadwick is a prime example. It's saying, look,
Absolutely.
you keep doing things the way that you think that you should be doing and wasting a lot of time. That next day isn't promised to you. So take
It
advantage
ain't.
of of and something I said this morning. This is something I said this morning. And this, I don't mean the deep, but something I was talking about
No,
this
man, we
morning.
here,
And
we here talking, man. Everybody who's watching, they're watching to get insight. That's what my podcast is all about. It ain't about bullshit.
right,
It's
right.
really about
So
learning and really getting into that mental state. That's what's up.
right. So I said this morning, I said, people always make that statement, live today as if it's your last day. And this is the way that you really should think about it. This were your last day. Would you spend it arguing? Would you spend it bullshitting around? Or would you spend it really saying exactly what needed to be said? You would be as real as you can possibly
Absolutely.
everybody, and you would do the necessary things that will leave a legacy for those loved ones around you, make sure that they're taken care of. So if that's the way, if tomorrow was not promised, if you knew that tomorrow you wasn't going to be here, this is the stuff that you would do today, you should still do that, because you don't know if if you're going to be here tomorrow. So
Damn.
that it's been a
That's true.
cliche years about live today like your last day, but nobody really understood that and focused on what that means. If today was your last day and you knew it, you would call every loved one you knew and tell them how much you loved them. You would whatever situations that were negative, you would make sure you clear those up. You would make sure that all your business was in line. You would be as honest. You would take challenges. You'd be like, I ain't gonna be in tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this today.
Right
You
on.
would do
Right
that.
on. Right on.
Why not every day?
Absolutely.
Like, if you do it like every day, you have a much better life because
You
you
know
got
what?
more in.
Absolutely. My man Tommy Davidson, man, he was on the Breakfast Club and he said something so profound. He said,
Yeah.
man, you know what? Your last day is today until tomorrow.
Until basically, think about that. That is definitely true, man. So I just try to. I'm still learning, but I try to live each day with a purpose. I try to live each day with less and less negativeness. We get into arguments, we get into situations, we
Hmm.
disappointed, but I try not to let it absorb me to the state where I'm higher day because I'm focusing on something like that I really, you know, and hey,
That's
2020
absolutely
is a
true.
is a
It
good year. I can't say a good year. It's a
it really
challenging year,
is.
should I say?
Uh,
Yeah.
it's a challenging year, but by you being grateful and having gratitude and showing that kind of consistency of who you are, and you're constantly fighting for change within yourself, it's a great year, man. We're blessed to have each day. Now, what my man Tyler Craig was a dear friend of mine too, and he was
Yeah, man.
basically a dear friend of all of us, man. The moral of the story is, I mean,
Hey,
this guy
but
here. Can you share a
but
moment that you had with him that you feel that is funny or insightful, or I mean, the kind of guy Tyler Craig was? If y'all don't know Tyler Craig, I'm sorry you've been living under a rock. Okay, this
that's
man definitely should have got way more respect than he did have. He left us way too soon. I'm not trying to bring anything down. It's just he was dear to me. I wish I could have went to the funeral, but I wasn't able to. But we all
yeah. I
made our
wasn't able to.
personal posts. He was definitely one of the first guys I would
Right,
ever book on any of my comedy shows that I would produce. As you know, I had several rooms and several
right.
bases and everything. But Tyler is definitely a good friend that always taught me, what kind of moment can you share as a
It's funny.
comic to another?
It's funny, man. And we've been talking about this a couple of times. Man, you too. I want to give a shout out to my man Lance Woods from out there in Sacramento on here now too. That's my dude,
What's up,
man.
Lance? What's up, Lance Woods? What's up? What's up? What's
Yeah,
up, man? Thanks for
he's
everybody joining. We got I don't know if you know so yeah, that's Lance right there. We got some more podcasts that joined up. So thank you guys for all the
right,
podcasts that are joining. Them are my close friends
right,
in my head in this podcast world. So thank y'all. I'm
right.
gonna support y'all too. Just make sure you let me know when y'all are doing y'all thing. Go ahead, Shaun.
But one thing I remember about Tyler, man, like I said, Tyler was a good dude, man. He had a great heart, and we kind of started out in the same circle. We were under the Howard Agency, me, him, Ricky Smile, all of us. We was under the same management, so he's family to me early on in my career. But one thing about Tyler, one memory, I said, man, let me tell you something. If Tyler was traveling with you on the show, you ain't getting no gas money. That you drive from one side of the earth to the other side, Tyler would
No
not
gas money.
give you gas money. You're like, bro, he would disappear when it was time to fill up the gas tank and come back
You ain't gonna
immediately.
use the bathroom or something, right?
Smoking a
Oh,
cigarette.
right.
The more the story, the more the story is, get your money up front before he get in the car. That's the
Right. Oh
more.
no, let me tell you. Especially what's up, Gaines? My man Gaines, my friend Gaines joined, man. I'm here
Oh,
with my man
what's up, man?
comic Shaun Jones. Gaines is out of New York. You know what I mean?
What's up,
Military
son?
guy doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely, if he was headlining and you driving and he the headliner, oh, you ain't get no gas. You ain't get no gas money at all.
Yeah, gas money. No,
But
bro.
you always guaranteed that he's gonna tear up that damn room. It's a standing ovation coming, man, with the Michael Jackson bits, with the fast food restaurant bits, with
Right.
everything that's coming along with it. He was like, he was just a different kind of dude, man. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, he was, man. But he was a good dude, and he still is a good dude. I don't talk about him as if he's in the past tense. His physical,
Okay, you're right.
his spirit will live on. So I don't talk about him as if he's in the past tense. So he's a good brother, man. I got love for him. Always had love for him. And fortunately,
He's
um,
always here with us.
I got a chance to see him before he passed. Like, when I was in South Carolina, and I was supposed to do a show.
Oh, okay.
Well, the promoter put it out there that I was on the show, but I made sure everyone knew that I was not on that show. But Tyler was there, and I went out and I showed him love. I was happened to be off that night, and I went out to the club and kicked it with him, let him know, hey, I'm just stopping by to support, and it was cool that I was able to say, you're my man, I love you, and I got a chance to see him. That was
Yeah, man. Big ups,
the end of
man.
last year, but nevertheless, I did.
Mm, yeah, man. Did you? He was one of the only.
I just had to give a shout out to
Okay, we got
Sweetness.
Sweetness. Okay, and we got Sweetness on here. We got comedian Wood Delane too on there, man. So Wood Delane is in the house. So
Set on there,
just
man.
all our comments.
Oh, I
I'm
couldn't.
sorry,
I'm
everybody
freezing
who
up.
joined. Yeah, Shaun Jones is actually Teddy Riley's second cousin. That's why he's freezing up so damn much. Because Teddy Riley video was jacking up too. But no, man, this is because hey,
Okay,
you dropping so many gems. Where you at? What are you in the middle of the woods somewhere?
man. I'm on the main street. I'm at the Marriott, so I don't even understand it.
You at the
Why
damn Marriott and freezing up.
this shit don't make no really And this is the new Shaun because I'm nice and calm about it. Because right now I'd be cursing this. I've gone down that's giving them the business,
I
but
already
I'm nice
know.
and calm.
I already know.
I'm nice
We already
and
know you don't
calm.
play, man. But for the podcasters and everybody that just watching you, man, where can we see you at? Where can we reach you?
Uh,
And of course, I'm sure you got different videos on YouTube that they can watch you stand up. And I know you're working on a special that's coming out later, man. And I just to have you on tonight was a blessing, man, because you dropped so many
thank
gems. A lot of times people look at us like as comedians, we're supposed to be funny on all the time. But we got so much up here that we have to put out, man. And you dropping them gems was like something else, dude. I appreciate that.
appreciate it. I appreciate it too, man.
Who else we
I
got
know I'm
on? We
freezing
got
again,
we,
so I'm
we
gonna
got
just keep talking through the freeze.
okay,
I'm
that's what's
talking
up.
through the freeze.
Yeah, I just look at it like I got a photo at the bottom.
Right.
There you go, man.
Hey, you can, like I said,
Sometimes if you get off
comic
Wi-Fi,
Shaun Jones, comic. Yeah, maybe that's. I think I did. No, you're right. I did. Hold on.
yeah, because sometimes if you get off Wi-Fi, it will because there could be too many people in a hotel that's on Wi-Fi, and if you get off Wi-Fi, it'll probably work a lot smoother. But I mean, we got a lot covered tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate everybody coming in and supporting. This is Stand Up at the House presents Stand Up Avenue, the Quarantine Edition podcast, man. And I'm glad everybody joined in tonight. I hope Shaun come back in soon. Are you there, Shaun? Are you there? Okay, important. I'm about to get off in just a second, but I want to shout out to everybody who's been watching Sweetness. We got comedian Wood Delane. Is it? Yeah, comedian Wood Delane is joining the show. The different podcasts that it came through. Baidu is joining. I appreciate everybody who's joining the show because I'm trying to shout out as much as I can. But again, I just want to let everybody know, and I want to thank everybody for popping up. Is Shaun coming back in? Oh, there he is. I gotta say goodbye to Shaun, man, before he get off. Let me see here. There we go. Let me connect with Shaun Jones. I got comedian Shaun Jones in the house. We're gonna connect one more time just so we can say the proper goodbye. I want to thank my producer, Lady T in the house. That
Look,
really rocked it out tonight with me,
I
man.
couldn't even have
Look
I
here.
couldn't have OnlyFans. I couldn't even have
Huh?
fans. I couldn't even have.
Hell no, you can't have no OnlyFans because
It'd be a free
not in
pick.
that hotel.
It'd be a frozen pick.
Hilarious, man. Look here, I got a producer that works for me, so that's why mine stays smooth. Because I mean, hey, I got somebody working behind the scenes, so I like to thank Lady T for really, putting
But
on
I
a
think it's
producer.
best that I did cut off the Wi-Fi. It seems to be working a lot better. So
Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of time because of what it is. Wi-Fi holds so many people, and
right.
if everybody in there on a computer at the same time at a
Yeah,
hotel, especially,
right.
now you're smooth.
Yeah,
But yeah, let
but
everybody know again.
at the end, I'm smooth. Good
Right,
time.
right, 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 right. At the end, but we did
Right.
save it, man. So I mean, we got a lot of gems that you dropped. So I definitely appreciate you coming in tonight, man. And I want you to stay safe out there. I want to, I pray for you and your family,
Thank you.
and your new love, man. I mean,
Yes.
we got to talk on the phone because
Yeah,
we
we
talk on
talk.
the phone.
Yeah, we talk.
We
Number
we
the
we we cross some real personal. You know what I mean?
number the
So I
same.
appreciate you, Shaun, man. And you're welcome back anytime, man, to Stand Up Avenue podcast. We friends. Sooner or later, bro, I'm going to have 1 million people watching and you're going to be definitely right there in there. You know
I
what I
would love.
mean? So it's about supporting each other. Hey, man, if you could get me George Wallace, let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Georgia definitely would. I would definitely
I
talk to
would
Georgia.
love to interview George
He
Wallace, man. I would
he will
love
def
to.
he will
I
definitely do it.
followed his career for so dang on long, bro. And I mean,
Right.
between him and George Carlin and
Hmm.
Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, them are the ones that really inspired me in the game. Like seriously. So, for you to be working with legends like that, bro, that's why the legend rubs off on you. So we're gonna be supporting you, bro, and your conversations that you're having weekly with your sister. Just make sure, man, that you keep that in the bio. Make sure everybody follow at Comic Shaun Jones. Look, Stand Up Avenue podcast is brought to you by Stand Up at the House. All right. So Stand Up at the House presents Stand Up Avenue, the quarantine edition. Make sure all of y'all stay safe out there. You know what I mean? I thank all of y'all, my day ones. I appreciate my day
Right.
ones for supporting and watching, because whether you are sitting on the couch, whether you're on the toilet, whether you're in the bed, you watching us. So I appreciate it, man. I give you your flowers while we're here, man. I thank you, and much blessings. You're welcome back anytime, son. I appreciate it, bro. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate you, man.
All
Appreciate
right.
y'all, brother. Hey, man. Much
Peace
love.
out. Check it out. Check out the video on Stand Up at the House, you guys. Um, it's going to be live whenever you watch it. It's live when you're watching it. So whether we live now or whatever, make sure you go check out the video. What an insightful conversation with my man, comedian Shaun Jones. Y'all be easy, stay safe. I'll see y'all next Wednesday night. And remember to follow my podcast, Thick and Styles podcast, man. I have every Tuesday night right on here on IG Live, and I interview some of the most interesting plus size models there is. Look at your little man pop back in. That's what's up, man. He look like an entertainer himself, bro. Bro, you look
Yeah,
like you're happy, Shaun. You look like
I,
you are so happy, bro. I gotta say that.
I am. Thank you,
You
man.
look happy.
I'm blessed. I'm
And
blessed.
and and for that, stay blessed, man. All right. Y'all make sure y'all follow Thick and Styles podcast. All right, little man. Take care. All right, bro. Y'all be
You
safe. Blessings. All right. Peace out.